So here we are in the backyard. Here's a piece of fence that's broken and missing. We're going to try to fix that. Here's some of the other backyard. Here's some of the parts cars. 72 Delta 88 convertible. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cutlasses in a truck. There's the garage. We'll get some siding on that. Get some of those trees out of the way too. So this area here is a little more than 8 feet. This guess we'll try to get some fence all the way to here. I'm gonna replace these with got some 10-foot 2x4s. I can cut them, butt up against that so we can get the fence all the way across. So anyway, I'm gonna tear some of this stuff out and let's get started. Okay, we got everything cleaned up. We're all ready. Put the boards over here. They'll meet up with that. Should end up perfect. So let's cut the horizontal boards and we'll be back. Well, we got the 3 horizontal pieces in. It took longer than I thought, but hopefully it will be a Dancing with Rentals approved repair. Next step, we'll get some pickets on there and bring you back when we got some more action going on there. We're using the new Flex Stack Pack, one of the pieces out of the kit. Oops. Flex Stack Pack to transport our fence repair stuff back and forth. Pretty rugged. Nice latches. Anyway, that's one of the pieces out of the kit. There you have it. So for our pickets for our fence project in the back there, got this piece of fence that's rotten at the bottom, but what we're going to do is come 36 inches down, take all the pickets off first, and we'll cut them all off at 36 and use them for the top part of the fence. And then we'll take these, cut them at probably 37 or 38, and then cut the tops of those off, and that'll give us the pickets at the bottom. So each picket will be 2 pieces, and that saves us a bunch of money and gets rid of some stuff that might otherwise be junk. Some of them split, but that's not a problem. We'll just cut it off here, re-dog ear it, and then measure down and cut it off at the 36 inches, and we should be good. After a little bit of work, all the pickets are pried off and all the nails are pulled out. So now we're going to cut them to length. All right, get ready to cut the pickets. Got 5 of them at a time here, clamped up, marked off at 36. So we're going to start cutting them to size. And there you go. Got 24 pickets cut, 36 inches. So let's go install those. So we got string set up and we're starting to nail the pickets on. So here we go. All right, back at the fence project. Here we have some other fence panels that we can harvest for some good wood. Again, we're gonna probably cut these dog ears off and then come down 36 and cut it off there, and that'll give us all the bottom pickets, or the bottom section of the pickets that we need. And the way this one was stored, it took a lot of damage up there, but I can still come from here and 3 feet down. I got a lot of good wood there, so that's what she said. Here's how you get the pickets off without cracking them. You gotta drive. Hard to see my hand. You gotta drive pry bar in there. Gotta cut through those nails. If you just try to pry it off, you'll split the boards. I split a couple of them before I figured that out. So that's the methodology. Good old pry bar. Hey, look at that. What is it? Oh, made in USA. That's got to be an old tool there. It's a good one too. So here we've cut some 36-inch pieces. There's some of the scrap. Oh, that stuff's not any good, but we got some good pieces out there for the bottom of the fence, so let's go put those on. Uh-oh, here's a problem. Looks like this group of pickets was narrower than the other ones, and if I set them tight to each other, none of this stuff lines up. But if I make them line up, and end up with pretty big gaps in between. That's not ideal. Maybe I have another piece of fence that I can harvest for some wider pickets. I'll have to take a look. Oh well, back to the drawing board. There's the difference in the width of the pickets. Like the other one's 3 7/8, and top ones are like 4 1/16. So not much, but it's enough. So look at this. These are 3 7/8. These are 4 1/8. You can see the fence piece behind there has wider pickets than these. So I guess we'll take that fence piece behind there and harvest some 36-inch pickets so we can finish that piece back there. Oh well, back to it. Well, I cut another batch of pickets, and it was worth the time. These are lining up pretty darn good, so we just have a little bit more to go. We'll get those on there, and we'll show you the finished product. Here's kind of a close-up of how the pickets line up with each other. So there's the finished product. Piece of fence that was missing was 8'8", so if I put a piece of pre-made fence there, I still would have had to add another 8 inches at the end of it. This way I built it all in one piece. Plus I used up some leftover pickets from some fence that was rotting and otherwise destined to the dump. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.